Nova Scotia is one of Canada's 4 Atlantic provinces, surrounded by the natural beauty of the rolling sea, lush green forests, lakes, and farmland. All of this, combined with its growing cities and low cost of living, makes Nova Scotia one of the most enjoyable places to live in Canada. The Nova Scotia Labour Market Priority Stream selects candidates in the Federal Express Entry System who meet the provincial labour market needs to apply for nomination. Only candidates who receive a letter of interest from the Nova Scotia Office of Immigration may apply. To apply, you must receive a letter of interest from the Nova Scotia Nominee Program within the Express Entry System. Submit your application within 30 calendar days of the date on which you received the letter of interest. Meet the minimum work experience requirements of the Express Entry Stream for which you have qualified. Have sufficient funds. Have legal status in your current country of residence. Meet eligibility criteria in place at the time you are issued a letter of interest, and have a valid Express Entry number and meet all IRCC criteria for the Express Entry pool. The Nova Scotia Labour Market Priority Stream for physicians selects physicians to apply for nomination through the Federal Express Entry System. Only candidates with an approved offer from the Nova Scotia Health Authority or the IWK Health Centre who receive a letter of interest from the Nova Scotia Office of Immigration may apply. To apply, you must have an approved opportunity from the NSHA or IWK as either a general practitioner and a family physician or a specialist physician. Provide a copy of a signed return for service agreement with the Nova Scotia Department of Health and Wellness indicating commitment to live and work in Nova Scotia for a minimum period of 2 years. Receive a letter of interest from the Nova Scotia Nominee Program within the Express Entry System. Submit your application within 30 calendar days of the date on which your letter of interest was issued. Meet the minimum work experience requirements of the Express Entry Stream for which you have qualified. Demonstrate sufficient funds to successfully establish yourself and your family in Nova Scotia and to pay your immigration costs and travel expenses. And have legal status in your current country of residence. The Physician Stream assists Nova Scotia's public health authorities, the Nova Scotia Health Authority or NSHA, and Isaac Walton Killam Health Centre or IWK to hire general practitioners, family physicians, and specialist physicians to work in Nova Scotia. The stream helps the NSHA and IWK to recruit and retain physicians with the required skills for positions that they have been unable to fill with a permanent resident or Canadian citizen. The physician stream is only open to general practitioners and family physicians and specialist physicians with signed approved opportunities with the NSHA or IWK. The approved opportunity must be signed and dated by a person authorized to hire physicians at the NSHA or IWK and the applicant who is accepting the opportunity. Indicate eligibility for licensure with the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Nova Scotia and indicate that the applicant is eligible to apply for privileges and credentials. The entrepreneur stream is for experienced business owners or senior business managers who want to live in Nova Scotia. They must start a new business or buy an existing business and must actively participate in the day-to-day management of the business. After operating the business for a year, the entrepreneur may be nominated for permanent resident status. Application to this stream is by invitation only. To apply, you must be 21 years of age or older. Want to live permanently in Nova Scotia while owning and actively managing a Nova Scotia business. Have a net worth of at least 600,000 Canadian dollars. Be able to invest at least 150,000 Canadian dollars to establish a business in Nova Scotia. Have at least 3 years experience actively managing and owning a business or more than 5 years experience in a senior business management role. Have a score of at least 5 on the Canadian language benchmark in English or French. Complete an online expression of interest, and receive an invitation to apply from the Nova Scotia Office of Immigration. The International Graduate Entrepreneur Stream is for recent graduates of a Nova Scotia University or the Nova Scotia Community College. You must have already started or bought a Nova Scotia business and operated it for at least a year. If you intend to settle in Nova Scotia, you may be nominated for permanent resident status. Application to this stream is by invitation only. To apply, you must have at least 1 year continuous experience actively managing and owning your current Nova Scotia business. have completed a degree or diploma after at least 2 academic years of full-time in-person study at a university in Nova Scotia or Nova Scotia Community College, have a valid post-graduation work permit, have a score of at least 7 on the Canadian language benchmark in English or French, complete an online expression of interest, and receive an invitation to apply from the Nova Scotia Office of Immigration. The skilled worker stream helps employers recruit foreign workers and recently graduated international students whose skills are needed in Nova Scotia. An employer can only hire foreign workers for positions they have been unable to fill with permanent residents or Canadian citizens. To apply, you must have a full-time permanent job offer from a Nova Scotia employer, have 1 year of work experience related to the job, be 21 to 55 years old, have a high school diploma, prove language ability equal to the Canadian language benchmark level 5 if you are a skilled worker, or 4 if you are a semi-skilled and low-skilled worker, and show enough financial resources to successfully settle in Nova Scotia. The occupations in demand stream targets intermediate skilled occupations that are in high labor market demand in Nova Scotia. The Office of Immigration identifies occupations in demand based on labor market information, and eligible occupations are subject to change. To apply, you must have a full-time permanent job offer from a Nova Scotia employer in either nurse aides, orderlies, and patient service associates, or transport truck drivers. Have a 1 year of work experience related to the job. Be 21 to 55 years old. Have a high school diploma. Prove language ability equal to Canadian language benchmark level 4 and show enough financial resources to successfully settle in Nova Scotia. The Nova Scotia Demand Express Entry Stream selects highly skilled individuals who wish to live in Nova Scotia permanently. Applicants must have a good chance of quickly finding a job in Nova Scotia's labor market. The Nova Scotia Office of Immigration reserves the right to consider only certain types of occupations for nomination, depending on current labor market needs. Category A is for applicants with a job offer from a Nova Scotia employer for full-time skilled work that lasts at least 1 year after the permanent resident visa is issued. Category B is for applicants with experience in an opportunity or target occupation. This category is expected to open and close throughout the year. The Nova Scotia Experience Express Entry Stream selects highly skilled individuals who wish to live in Nova Scotia permanently. Applicants must have at least 1 year of experience working in Nova Scotia in a high-skilled occupation. To apply, you must be 21 to 55 years old, have a Canadian high school credential or equivalent, prove language ability in English or French on the Canadian language benchmark 7 for skilled work in the National Occupational Classification 0 and A, and 5 for the National Occupational Classification Level B positions, and have a profile registered in the Express Entry system. Nova Scotia is working closely with the other Atlantic provinces and the federal government to ensure the successful development and delivery of the Atlantic Immigration Pilot. Employers in Nova Scotia can use the pilot to hire foreign workers. I have discussed the Atlantic Immigration Pilot in a separate video, so please watch it as well. Thanks for watching. My name is Jessica Sabinesio of Fusion Immigration, your pathway to Canada.